Hey everyone, today we are jumping straight into a project. I have quite a few incomplete projects on the go at the moment, and I thought I would record running through just finishing off with some pieces that you might recognize if you've watched some of my other videos, and some new things that were just hanging around in my stash. So you'll see there that I have some of the black pandas. They are black panda stamps and that have been die cut that I used for a previous project. And I think I had 15 or so of those left on my desk, and at the end of this project they are all used up. So what I'm doing right here is I'm creating the sentiment strips. I used a die cut to run through and create all of the banner dies, and then I've stamped out my sentiment, and right now I'm running through with some double-sided tape and attaching that to the back of each of the sentiment pieces. I find that if I have simple die cuts like this, I can actually run through and use the double-sided tape really easily rather than relying on liquid glue. So this has been a super quick process, and I am doing these ones in bulk. The panels that I have here that I'm attaching the sentiments to, they have been in my stash for quite a while, and I have created them using some leftover 1¼ inch scraps from my stash. And what I had done is they were 6 inches by 1¼ so I cut them in half to be 3 inches tall, and then I attached 3 of them onto a white panel with a 1/8 inch border. So I didn't do too much measuring. I wasn't worried about having the exact measurements for the front of a card, but it did work out really well in the end because they actually align quite well on the black card bases that you can see at the very top of the screen that are A2, so they are 5½ by 4¼ So right now I'm just running through. It's kind of therapeutic for me doing these in bulk, and I've got my liquid glue. I do quite a few pandas in one go, and then I just run through and attach them to the card. This is a really simple card design, but it looks really effective because the different colors in the pattern paper are of, very simple tones. So the white and the gray and the black with a pop of red. So there's really not too much that's competing on this card, but the red just gives it a little bit of interest. So now I've got these panels, and I do have double-sided tape on the back of them. When I first created them, I must have done that because normally I would use my ATG to attach these to the card base itself. I'm just running through, peeling them off, and then lining them up in the middle of the card base. So I'm almost all the way through here, and I think I have my 15 pandas that I'm attaching. What I did find is that for the card panels themselves, I had a spare one that was of the same color combination. And because I was out of pandas, I decided to add the hugs die. That was just on my desk in my little box of leftover bits and pieces, and so I put that to good use. You'll often see me create a series of cards that are similar, and then maybe there's 1 or 2 that are different. That's me just using up what I've got and putting it to use. So right here I'm actually running through and I'm cutting some really basic plain paper. This is not white, it's sort of an off-white with a bit of a thread through it, and I'm using this as like a card liner. So you can't write on a dark coloured card base very easily unless you have like a white paint pen or something, and not everybody has those. So all I've done is I've cut out a piece of paper to 5¼ by 4, and it's the perfect size just to put inside the card so that there's a really easy place for you to write the message, or for if I use these myself, or if I put these in a card pack or give them to somebody as a present, they will be able to very easily use the cards. So there are 15 in total, 16 if I include the one with the hugs that you'll see at the end. So I have added a couple of links here to a playlist and a couple of videos that I think you might also enjoy. Have a great day.